Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Yaki and pushing his word with truth and sincerity with charity. We're the brothers from Great Millstone, Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, and be edifying. And with the topic on the lesson is going to be about when trouble comes our way, just remember that Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is with us if we're seeking out the Lord wholeheartedly, in all honesty and truthfully. The Lord would do His part. Because if I'm not mistaken, in the book of Sirach 4:28, it says, "Strive on to the truth, not to death, and the Lord shall fight for thee." So that's one thing that we have to keep in mind. But I'm gonna start off with the book of Mark 4, and I'll start at 35. It says, "And the same day when the evening was come, he said unto them, Let us pass over unto the other side. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship, and there were also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full." All right, so like the apostles say that is important to actually visualize these scriptures in our head. To actually like get the whole scenario of what's going on. So as you saw, as it said right there, there was a great storm. The wind was heavy. The water was getting into the ship. Because it said right there, and there were also with him, it's like verse 37, and there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. So the water was getting into the ship, and if too much water gets into the ship, soon enough it will start to sink. It said, verse 30, verse 38, and he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him, and they say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? So it said right there that it mentioned that Yahawashi was sleeping, because it's just giving those little details to actually get the bigger picture of what it was, because Yahawashi wasn't afraid of it, because he knew that the Lord was with him. The scriptures talk about, if God be for us, who could be against us? Because ultimately, everything is in the hand of Yahweh. Nothing goes without His say. Nothing goes without Him letting it be. You know. So it said, verse 40, and He said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? It's like I skipped verse 39. It's like it says, And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Because it's all about that faith and trust that you have in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Because as the scriptures talk about, if you have faith as a mustard seed, and it keeps on, your faith will keep on growing and growing. Because a mustard seed is a very small seed, but it could turn into, once it grows, it will be a real big tree. So just having that faith in the Lord, and not fearing anything, but ultimately fearing the Lord is, because that's the most important thing, fearing the Lord, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge, and there's truly nothing to fear, because the scriptures talk about the Lord that has not given us the spirit of fear, you know.
That was Mark what?
4, and I started at 35.
You started 35, con. No, yeah, hey, that this thing of ours is all about faith, and like that. Even though, like in that situation, they didn't know what to do because they didn't see a solution. They were just like, oh shit, they seen the trouble and that's it. No, hey, the type of faith we gotta have is gonna be faith to the point where these people look at us bugged out because of how much faith we have. You know, it's like what all this chaos is going on, and all you're doing is just standing still. You know, because really that's if they if they were to have faith right then and there, they would have just seen the storm, they would have seen the boat, walk back and forth, and they would have kept their cool. You know, ultimately it was a test. And obviously they grew their faith through time. But we have to have that faith to where we if we see trouble, and even though we might not see a solution right there in front of us, that we still believe that some way somehow that the Lord is going to deliver us out of that situation. You know, however it may be, we can't doubt Yahawashi. He could. Hey, remember, hey, our thoughts are not his thoughts. His thoughts are from above. Our thoughts are from beneath. You know, meaning whatever we think, the Lord already thought of it, and probably some way better than what we could come up with. So we see these movies to where, for example, Marvel, you have this individual they call Doctor Strange, and he's able to open portals out of nowhere, right? The Lord, hey, you don't think the Lord could be able to do that if you're stuck in a situation where you need to get out, and yet you don't see any way to get out? You think the Lord could just out of nowhere open a portal, or not even open a portal, just teleport you? There's occasions like that in the Bible where, hey, Stephen, when you read, I believe it's Acts the 8th chapter, the last verse, it says that after that, after he taught the eunuch, and told him the truth, expounded to him Yahawashi, he it said he disappeared. The eunuch seen him no more, and then I believe, who was it?
Habakkuk.
No, was it Stephen that was telling him that? I forgot who it was, but whoever was explaining it to the eunuch, he appeared somewhere else. Now that's we have to believe that these things were written, for our learning, so that when we do come across certain situations, we can maintain our faith, because the Lord already told us. This is Isaiah 59:1. It says, "Behold, Yahawah's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear." So nothing's impossible to Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi. And we gotta understand that and believe that no matter how hectic the situation may be, whether you've been through it before, you've never been through it, or the craziest shit that has happened, hey, remember, the Lord is in control, and the Lord could deliver you out of it. All we gotta do is keep our faith towards Him and not fold. Even if it means that we have to die. Believe that hey, because death is not the end all be all. Believe that even if we do have to die, that the Lord will show mercy to where, however it is we have to die, we will not feel it, and believe that we are going to come back. The scriptures say that the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first.
I got one. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 2, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble." So when we're put into it also says right there in verse 4, it says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to low estate." Because ultimately, that's just it could be a test from the Lord. Where is your faith gonna lie? Are you gonna fold under pressure? What are you gonna do? The Lord just is seeing what you're gonna do. And as scriptures talk about, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. That's what keeps us stable. It's what keeps us rooted, meditating and thinking about these scriptures, man. That the brother mentioned, whatsoever things were in the aforetime written for our learning, so we can meditate upon it, so it can boost up our faith, and so we can ultimately have that built up our trust and faith more in Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi.
God, this is Romans 15:4, it says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, so we could take heed and we could act the same way our righteous forefathers did whenever they came across certain situations, like how they kept the faith, how they never gave up, and all that. Those things were written so that when we come across our own personal battles, our own personal situations, we'll remember and be like, man, nah, hell nah. Look, Paul and them really believed, and look what happened to them. Elijah, they believed, and when even though things weren't to their favor, and it seemed like all hopes was lost, they still believed, and the Lord delivered them. So you know what? I'm gonna keep that same faith. This is why we gotta constantly meditate upon these things, and have this word in our minds. So when we do come across, our faith will be built up to the point where we'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna fold. I don't care what happens. I'm not gonna be a degenerate. I'm gonna live up to the faith of my forefathers. It says, for our learning, it says that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. In other words, hope is the same thing as faith. So that we could have faith, so our faith could be built up. Hey, being this brother, we're just talking about how we might get locked up. That doesn't mean that we're gonna stay there. Hey, there's a certain occasions, especially in the book of Acts, where men got literally broken out of jail while having centurions right there in the presence of them. Daniel and the lions den, he still got fed, even though they shut the lions den and there was no way to get there. So hey, we it all goes to believing, man. Believing Yahawashi and believing that he's capable of doing these things. He always has been. He always will.
John. Because it says that in the scriptures that if the Lord is for you, I forgot how it's worded because I'm butchering, but it says that it will say that even He will make your enemies be at peace with you. Because the Lord could do anything, man. The Lord could have it put on, if you were put in prison, the Lord could just have it put on the spirit on who's ever guarding you, just to let you free, or just give you free meals and make your life more comfortable there, until the arrival of the Lord, man.
Yeah. Hey, what happened with Daniel again? When he first came into captivity, the Lord made the spirit of whoever was in charge of Daniel to have mercy on Daniel. Daniel even asked him, "Hey, please don't give us of the king's meat. Give us what was it? I forgot the word, but pulse. Give us pulse tea, which in other words is like vegetables and all that." And because the Lord put that spirit on whoever was in charge of Daniel to have mercy on him, He gave him exactly that. But I got the one you just quoted. This is Proverbs 16:7. It says, "When a man's ways please Yahawah, He maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him." And if you want the Lord to be pleased with our ways, we gotta have that faith. And as long as we have that faith, the Lord will make our enemies be at peace with thee.
Mm-hmm. And it is the faith, because the scriptures talk about without faith it's impossible to please Him. So if you have no faith, the Lord's not going to work with you. Why would the Lord help out somebody that doesn't even believe or trust in Him?
Yeah, no, yeah. And like, and we're talking about like when you see no solution, when you feel like all hope is lost, we still gotta believe that some way, somehow, the Lord is gonna be there to help us out. That's why sometimes we go through certain situations in our personal lives, so that our faith can get built up to that point, so where we won't fold and get scared right away, but we'll stand bold and keep our integrity no matter what happens.
How's that scripture worded in Ephesians? It says that faith is the things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yep.
Because the scriptures talk about that we walk by faith, not by sight. While people are looking for answers, physically, or for actually right there in their face for a solution. But with the Lord, the Lord has no explanation, or people can't explain how this happened, or or like there's no way to how to explain it other than just the Lord doing it Himself.
Right.
Making something appear out of nowhere.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, there's been countless of people, man. This is from my personal experience that I literally they were going through certain things, and I told them, just have faith, and their response was always, oh, you always say that. What do you mean have faith? How can I get out this jam? Like, it's all about, if you have faith, you gotta have patience, because the solution might not always come right then and there when you want it. But if you have faith, it will come exactly when you need it. So we gotta have that faith, and not, these people are not gonna understand that. And you can't let that get to you. The scriptures say, what? Do not let the incredulity trouble you. I believe that's in Second Esdras, the 15th chapter. You know, so we can't let that get to us, and we just gotta, as crazy as it may seem to the world, and even to us at certain points, we gotta have that faith. You know, we got to believe to the point where, we understand that the Lord could do things that this world has never seen happen. Remember, we're living in a time where the Lord is gonna show His power like He has never shown it before. Great, to the point where it's gonna trump the salvation that we had in Egypt. It tells you that what, this should no longer be said, "Blessed are they, blessed is Yahawah who delivered us from the land of Egypt," but blessed be Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi who delivered us from the land of the north. But I got the scripture you quoted. This is Hebrews 11:1. This is, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? The evidence of things not seen. Having true faith is you not seeing things happening in front of you, yet you still believe they are going to happen because you trust in Yahawashi Yahawashi. Having faith is that even though Esau has all these guns, nukes, weapons, fucking through the you know spiritual weapons, medical weapons, all that. Yet, even though he has all that and we have nothing, that some way somehow the Lord is gonna deliver us.
Just for example, you got Elijah, and when they saw the whole army of their enemies just right there in front of them, and he had someone right there beside him, and he said, what are we gonna do? Like they I forgot basically how it was worded, but Elisha told them, why are you scared? There be more with us than they be with them. And he prayed, he called to the Lord to open up his eyes to see what he was seeing, and there was just an army of chariots right there, man. You know, we can't see this because the scriptures talk about that to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. You know, because this is a spiritual. The scriptures talk about it's a spiritual warfare. You know, and so it's not always gonna be something physical and carnal, but it's just something the Lord does.
Hey, this is Luke. Luke 8, verse 50. It says, "But when Yahawashi heard it, he answered and saying, Fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole." And what happened when you keep reading in this situation? He brought her back to life. And at first they were laughing at him. He said they were sleeping and all that. And what happened? He still brought her back to life. Why? Because Yahawashi, he's the ultimate example of having faith. And even though they were laughing, what happened? He was able to bring her back to life. So, but what did he started with? He said only believe. There's another one, similar situation but different. Mark 5:36. It says, "As soon as Yahawashi heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe." And that's it. Only believe. It's that simple. It's that simple. Really just have faith. Let go of all the worries, all the doubts that your mind could come, and really just believe that the Lord is capable of doing such things, man. Because with the times that we're coming in, that's the type of faith we're gonna need. Or hey, shit, you're talking about times where phones are not gonna be working. Food is gonna be rash. People that we once cared about are gonna be bugging out. So we gotta have that that faith to where none of that is gonna move us. You know, none of that is gonna sway us or make us do anything. Irrational. You know.
But that was the whole, that's all, we were trying to get into. That just have that faith towards Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. And hey, like, if people look at us crazy, like, we're crazy for always talking about faith, for talking about praying to the Lord for strength and to help us out. They could do that, because the scriptures talk about that we shall be fools for Hamashiach's sake. you know so it's only gonna look weird to them, but it's really the best thing that you could ever do.
Right. Hey, Salakin, if I may say this, don't get offended, man. Like, look, these people are losing. Whenever somebody comes to you with some bullshit, just tell them, oh, you have little faith. Watch. These people will talk shit, will be quick to talk shit about faith. Oh, you say you believe in faith. Switch it up on them, be like, oh, so you lack faith. Watch, when you tell somebody they lack faith, watch how offended they're gonna get. Like, no, it's not because we're crazy or anything. No, it's because they lack faith. That's ultimately what it is, man. But it's like, I got one more.
Okay.
This is Habakkuk 2:4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. You see, the just shall live by faith. And hey, Lord willing, we are those just that keep our faith unto the end, man. And if you ever feel like you lack faith, hey, all we could do is pray to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. I forgot what scripture it is, but it says, if any man lack anything, ask of the Lord. And the Lord will be happy to give it to you. So, I mean, we gotta have faith, and if you feel like you lack it, we have the tools for us to increase our faith. So,
that was the whole point of the lesson. Just to have that faith. When trouble comes our way, don't fear, but pray to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi that He'll get us through it. Because that's what the Lord told us, that as long as we stay by Him, that we'll be safe. It tells you that in the book of Psalms 18, 2, 3, and 4. King David, he said it, the Lord is my rock, my fortress, my power, my deliverer. It says that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous running into it and are safe. But that was the whole point of the lesson.
yeah.
Lord willing, this video was edifying. But with that, we'd like to end off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi bahasham Hakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Akim pushing this word with truth and sincerity with charity. With that, shalom and a ball.